Welcome back, ace runners and runnerettes, to the 2023 River Riot presented by Visit the Shoals and supported by Innova Champion Discs. We are back here at McFarland Park in Florence, Alabama. Ace Run Productions bringing you back nine coverage of this event. Your commentary team, I am Felix.
And I am Conrad.
Conrad, we saw some pretty tight golf. These guys are kind of bunched up as we're going to take a look here and you walk us through this front nine leaderboard and see what we've got going on.
So yeah, through the front nine, this being the course that you definitely want to score at, we have a lot of 8 unders, 4 of them indeed, followed up by some 7s and 6s and 5s. So yeah, scoring is definitely happening here on this course.
Yeah, let's see how our feature card here is going to attack the back nine. Starting with hole 10, this par 4 comes in at 705 feet. Danger on the right, danger slightly on the left. More the right-hand side is the one you're going to be looking at with out of bounds on that pond there. This elevated basket as you make your way around this last set of trees is your ultimate target here. I'm assuming we're going to see quite a few backhands, maybe some forehand shots that'll kind of test the right-hand side, but you really want to be further out left to give yourself an open approach and minimize the difficulty on your second shot to get a birdie look here to start off your back nine.
This is one of those strange little holes that, you know, 2 shots should be simple enough if you throw them out in the field. This one is going way over to the left. He made it to the pond this over by hole 1 and 2.
Yeah, I didn't really talk about that so much on the hole preview. It doesn't normally really come into play, but there we see that it did. Yeah. This is low. Oh. Got another clap on our hands without the kick this time. We are tracking kick claps during this round here, but that one does not qualify.
Ooh, that one's kind of up in the air. Should come down safely, though. It does. It's just going to bring those branches back into play for him. What I was saying initially is that, you know, you just basically, it's a 2-shot hole. You throw it out there as far as you can comfortably in the middle of the fairway and then have a simple up and down shot towards the basket. And we all know if that basket was a tree, we could hit a tree in the field at any time. But
of course,
with it being a basket, it becomes a little bit more daunting.
Another low release
Another
here.
Low one. Yeah, this one does get the ground play and works his way back over towards the basket. So he's a little bit past it, looking back at it.
A little fortunate that this property was a former ball golf course. And the grass itself favorable to those low flare skips, which we saw there on Logan's shot.
Mm-hmm. Now Benjamin's going backhand. It's going to bring the trees into play. He gets right by them and ends up in the circle, looking at about a 25-footer on the elevated basket. And Jordan having to take the OB stroke here as he approaches and leaves it a little short. He's outside the circle with his elevated putt. Yeah. Wait, did you see that?
We saw it. That was a layup, an actual attempted and executed layup for Logan Bowers.
Jordan ran that. He had the line, but just hit the bottom of the pole, and Benjamin had the line as well, but hit the band.
Hole 10. Proving a little difficult here as Pierce is going to knock on in the birdie to start off his back nine. Good one to get.
Benjamin able to save his par as well as Logan Bowers. Jordan here is just going to have to take that one and shoot the J for the bogey.
It's going to knock him down a peg there, putting him one behind Logan Bowers on this feature card.
Look at hole 11. This is one of the signature holes here. You're coming off the tee pad. You do have that overhang from the trees just slightly in your view. Really shouldn't affect your shot if you're throwing it properly. You want to make sure that you pass the creek or pass the lake here and land inside of the hay bales. It is on a hill, so there is potential for a rollaway, but if you can dial in your shot just right, you can get it to stick for that easy bird.
Yeah,
forehands and backhands, both optimal plays here. There was a little bit of wind there, so the little flags at the
Yeah, with a little bit of breeze. Couldn't really tell from the tee pad. It was minimal, but then would kind of pick up as
Ooh.
Whoa. That forehand dialed in beautifully there for Logan Bowers. At 255 feet, this is one that you expect everybody to be sticking this island.
Yeah. Definitely making the island. You just want to have an easy putt. And looks like all these guys are doing just that. It's really just a skill challenge approach shot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh, this one getting away though.
And that one is going to miss the island.
Wow.
It's out of bounds, so he will proceed to the drop zone and have this long look at the par save there, but that is not going to find its way to the chain, so he will have to settle for his second consecutive bogey here to start the back nine.
Yeah, from watching Jordan on the front nine, you wouldn't expect to see him come up short at all on any hole, really. Nevertheless, one that's 250, but trying to give it that extra touch with that headwind possibly led him to lead even a little bit short.
Rest of the guys doing what you would expect there on that hole, picking up the birdie. Unfortunately, Jordan, like we said, getting off to a little bit of a rough start. We'll see how he picks it up after this break.
Quit being stuck in the past. Check out the new and improved website at infinitediscs.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are on hole 12. This is our first par 5 that we're getting a look at here. 959 feet, the water carry on your left-hand side. Something to keep in mind here is that is playing as out of bounds. These guys ideally are going to want to land something somewhere around here if they can. They're giving them a secondary shot to get towards the hillside, or possibly on the actual hillside here, to give themselves a look at a possible eagle. Not out of the question, but a difficult one to get here, as this one is ranking number 16th in difficulty. Pretty easy to get overall. Should see some birdies all around here.
Calling for it to get up, and it lands perfectly in the middle. He'll have a couple of options of how he wants to approach the rest of the fairway. Again, Logan going with a nice backhand here, turning this thing over and getting a full flight out of this.
There's a lot of drift, and it's finishing back towards that gap that we're looking at on the drone flyover. That's pretty ideal there.
I wonder how stable this is going to be from Benjamin. Not too stable. Okay.
No, it goes.
Almost throws that on a roller angle almost, and it just kind of stays over there and falls. He needed just a little bit more stability with that disc.
Yes, he did. I'm going to see what that looks like over there. Jordan cranking over on this one. Similar result. Going to be on that right-hand side. Gets a little tree stop there.
Yep. I think that thing would have been rolling. It would have been rolling in a slightly odd direction, but he would have been rolling down the fairway with that for sure.
Hits the gap on some Annie. That's drifting nicely.
Oh, yeah.
Another clap without a tree kick.
That was a happy clap.
That was a happy clap, you're right. Nicely executed shot there.
Strong forehand here.
That is a stable disc. He cranked that thing over on a lot of Annie. Fights right back over. That looks low from Lucas there, and it is. The good thing is, once you've kind of cleared this patch of trees here, it's pretty wide open, so you can scramble your way to save it in 2 shots from just about anywhere.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Nice skip up there. He's going to have a long look for it.
And being Logan Bowers, I don't see him laying up even if there is a hill behind it.
Yeah.
That's a nice forehand there. Works his way around and right at the circle's edge. Uphill putt.
Yeah, got a favorable curl there. Didn't slide down the hillside.
Another nice approach shot there, leaving him with a fairly routine putt.
Jordan opting for the backhand approach here and drops it in right under the bucket. Beautifully executed shot there. Logan, this for eagle.
Oh, love the commitment. Love the commitment.
A little bit of left to right wind on that putt there. Kept that putter a little high. Nice birdie putt there from Pierce. After a couple of low releases, still manages to find the 4.
Benjamin putting his in too. This is the birdie putt we all want to have.
Yeah, no kidding. And there you go. Birdies all around.
Another star frame. All right, hole 13 coming in at a par 3 at 427 feet. You do have the advantage of being slightly uphill from the basket from the tee. You definitely want to bring this around. This is a forehand. I'm not going to say forehand only, but forehand is a more favorable play. To bring it down on the left side, have it catch the ground, do a little skip action to move over towards the basket. I don't see anyone doing any ace runs here, but you definitely want to get as close to the basket as you can. And we'll see mostly forehands launching at this thing here. Ooh, it needs to get under, and it barely does.
Yeah, sneaks under it. Is he going to get the ground play? He does.
Oh my! Wow.
What a shot!
Wow. I mean, he had to scare everything to get that close. I didn't realize that you could. I'm expecting like ground play to skip over, more like this shot.
This shot, right. It's more of what you think of when you first look at this shot. This is almost like tailor-made, drawn up for Logan Bowers' game. And
yeah.
He is well inside the circle, as you would expect.
We got a
Is it Annie or roller? Annie.
That's the Annie. Well, the Annie's so touchy because you have to navigate those branches as it comes down. So at least him at circle 2.
This looks like a roller from that angle.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Getting it down, needs it to flip quick.
It's turning.
Slowly coming back over.
It turns the cameraman.
Circles just outside the circle. Not a bad bid there.
Yeah. You always take a risk with that. Ooh, nice bid. With the roller, with that initial land on the ground, on how the angle changes it. Whether you're landing on the dirt, pine straw, or grass. And so it's not always 100% on how it's going to recover from that first bounce. Ooh.
Oh, man. Love the height, just right-hand side the entire time. There's a lot of pine cones, too, so at the end of the roller there, you could get a very bad break or some kind of weird kick.
Yeah.
Cleans up the par, though.
Not even necessarily at the end, when there's pine cones where it landed, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean... Bag on birdie for Pierce.
Yeah, a couple of clean birdies there for Pierce and Logan Bowers. And a couple of pars cleaning up for Henshaw and Benjamin Page. Still a tight battle here. Not too much separation going on so far through 13 holes. Let's see if hole 14 can create a little bit of separation here. A par 3 coming in at 400 feet, ranked number 3 overall in terms of difficulty. Not an easy one to get to here. You have this gap that the drone is flying through. The hole then takes a pretty hard turn from left to right, drifting towards this basket here. You'll see some forehands, some backhands. You might even see some over-the-top plays as these guys have big enough arms to get over that initial tree line and try to dump in a spike hyzer near this basket.
Pierce lining up the forehand first. Seems a little high, but it makes it through the gap, and never mind anything that I just said about it being high. That is perfect.
I thought he was 40 to 50 short the entire way from the height and the angle. He's got sneaky forehand power. Logan walking
There, I
away.
think-
He loves it.
That's not sneaky power there. That's
Oh,
he
my.
knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing there.
Beautiful shot there for Logan.
Got a
Benjamin.
backhand. Is he going over the right side?
It looks like he's going up over the top like we talked about
Okay.
there.
All right.
That's drifting too far right, though, I think. Never mind.
Well, it came back online.
Okay.
It's a little inside the circle, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
looks
inside
like
the
it.
circle and online. So I love it when the players make us look like we have no idea what we're talking about.
This is a little surprising. I thought Jordan would have gone over the top. But he's playing the forehand. A little bit of an unfavorable reaction on the ground there. Didn't quite get any flare towards the basket.
Yeah. Leaving him with a long putt here from outside the circle. And again, he leaves it out to the right just a bit.
2 in a row there. A little bit of a release point issue maybe with the putts going on.
Not for Ben.
Nope, centers that one home for the birdie.
Another bag on birdie for Pierce.
With the driver. Just the ultimate birdie.
Pierce is making a fierce charge right now.
He is. Logan with all of 12 feet left for his birdie, and he will clean up and capitalize on a great drive there. Three of the 4 picking up birdies on a difficult hole. Well done.
Welcome back. We're on hole 15 here, par 4 coming in at 663 feet. That tree that we just flew by, yeah, that's the one that you want to have to navigate off the tee. Once you get past that, you find out where you want to land here in the fairway. And this is a true par 4. You're going to need to get there in 2 shots. The basket is on a green that's on a mound that is yet again on another mound. So we're going this mound thing here. See how people get around this first tree, and well, I guess that's pretty much how you draw it up right there.
I'm just going to sit back here and watch this flight. That is a beautiful drive.
It is.
Logan trying to copy paste. Not quite getting the same amount of drift to his, and it's going to fight back a little early. We'll see if those trees are going to cause an issue on his second shot.
I think he'll still have an angle of approach. We expect Ben to go with something stable here. Force it over and let it come back out. And he's done just that. Maybe not as far down as he wants to go, but still very, very good shot. Still very able to birdie this hole. Now this right here is, this thing is moving.
I think that's the Charger.
Yeah, it appears to be.
There you go. Yeah, he cranked over beautifully on that one.
Ben leaving that a little short
Yeah.
from where he wants to be.
Yeah, I think he had used a rangefinder, and it was about at the edge of where he wanted to throw that disc and didn't quite get on it enough to make up the difference there. Meanwhile, Logan with a beautiful forehand approach puts it well inside the circle.
Got another forehand here coming in and selling in about 15 feet away. And this is that weird putt throw distance he's at.
Yeah. He dialed that one in nicely, though.
Yep.
I wonder if he
Stays on the mound.
if he's comfortable jump putting, or up to what distance. I always find it interesting watching the guys that will have like 120 feet and they'll opt for a really long controlled jump putt, just because it takes out a lot of the extra movement from having to do a baby X step or standstill or something.
No, my jump putts end up going out way too far right.
Like I've seen Ezra Robinson jump putt a 450-foot hole from the tee, so maybe not quite that far, but it seems like it sometimes. Cleaning up here on hole 15 as we take a look at our scorebox so far. Logan Bowers getting it done on the back nine so far, only missing one, bringing him to 10 down overall. Pierce getting them all. Just a few left here in this opening round at McFarland Park Gold. Hole 16, a par 4, 610 feet, coming in with a rank of 6th hardest. This one is a little bit tricky here. Your initial shot wants to get you somewhere along this tree line here. There's multiple gaps to pick from here. I don't necessarily think there is a true quote-unquote fairway. There's just a lot of different options, and you kind of scramble your way to a look for the birdie here. There is out of bounds on the left-hand side as the driving range there is marked off by some rope.
There is definitely a fairway. The drone went down it.
Okay. The T-pad doesn't necessarily agree with you, but it's telling you to go that way, but that's not the way you get there.
That is the way to get there. See, he just threw. Now it's going to stable up, come over, and be right
there.
That's not the fairway. Hit a tree. Hit a tree.
Yeah. He might still
but there's
have
a shape
something
there. There's a shape there. Well, yeah. I mean, the hole is only, 600 feet, so even if you get 200 off the tee, these guys can magically whip a forehand to get inside the green.
See, this one kind of floats outside of the quote-unquote intended fairway, but that gives you a clean look at a hyzer approach on your second shot. And Benjamin doesn't like any of these options. So he's almost. I like the thought process there. Kind of cut the distance off going Annie. Oh, that missed the tree that I thought for sure was going to hit, and hits a ghost tree behind it.
Mm-hmm. See if Ben can carve up something here. He has kind of a clear look. It's a little high, but finds it just at the circle's edge. Maybe just inside the circle, so yeah.
Gonna give him a look. Firebird, I believe, in hand here for Logan, playing a flexor skipper. Man, that's very well done.
Hopefully that tree does not obstruct his putt at all. Jordan.
Right up the gut there. Just needs to check a bit. And oh my goodness.
Wow.
Just out of bounds. Yeah, that's that driving range area. That's a warm-up area, and they also had a distance competition later on this same day. Nice putt.
Nice bird there.
Playing the hole in a choose-your-own-adventure kind of way, and it leads to the birdie.
Solid putt there to save the par.
Yeah, we saw him miss a couple early right. Looks like he's gotten that release point down. Been able to hit some putts there, and that tree was not an issue for Logan as he swings on the birdie. Can he remain perfect? Oh, no, that was for par. That's right. That will end the birdie streak at 6 for Pierce.
Hole 17 is a little peculiar because from the tee box you cannot see the pin, so you know you need to aim down here. You need to step to the side and see exactly where you need to go. Of course, you got this wide open field at the beginning of the hole, but then as you come into the hole, you have these branches. So you have overhang, you have these trees, and you have a lot of pond straw. So you need to be very controlled in your approach angle and what the disc is going to do after it hits the ground. There really is no OB to speak of, so pick your spot and shoot.
Yeah,
Logan's going with a little flex here. Is he going to make it under the limbs and everything? He surely does.
It's going to go in. Oh my gosh, what a shot.
Oh.
Little unfriendly roll, but
yep,
that line was so good.
It was.
I was trying to figure out
hopefully he's far enough. Oh,
yeah, I was trying to figure out nothing to do with this, but on Lucas getting the back-to-back three peats, yeah, turkeys. I'm like, what do you call the double turkey? Like it's
gobble gobble.
I walked right into that one. Oh, speaking of beautiful shots, nicely done.
Right inside the circle, right next to the tree. I was hoping that Logan he's far enough back from that tree that it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Jordan here's taking a nice wide angle. Should get some skip, and
yes, he does. So Benjamin is the furthest out. I thought it might have been Logan, but apparently it was Benjamin. Did we miss Logan's shot?
Oh, he tickles the change. No, we haven't missed a shot. Wait, did we miss a shot?
I thought he rolled further back.
Well, let's see.
No? Okay.
Oh, no.
Gets the birdie.
Obviously, we didn't miss his shot, and he didn't miss his either.
Yeah. Shoot your shot. Banging
home
another birdie.
Now he has a gobble gobble going on here.
Yeah, he does. Strong putt there for the birdie. For Pierce, that knocks him down to 8 under for the round. Logan is kind of on his horse now. He's 12 under so far for this first round with one hole left. That is definitely gettable.
Oh, yeah. And again, of the courses, this is the easier, flatter, more predictable course than the one that they'll be playing for the next 2 days. So this is where you want to get those birds at.
One hole left. We'll see it after this last commercial break.
The Toro is really good for short backhand and forehanded approaches. I really love it when the wind picks up a little. I can trust it to still fade towards the basket. Developing the Toro with Dave, I was looking for a low profile, slow disc that was good for forehand and backhand approaches. And through several iterations, we finally landed on this disc. You know, having my name on it's just, you know, the cherry on top.
All right, welcome back to McFarland Park. Big shout out again to Play It Again Sports. Here we go, hole 18, par 4, 750 feet. A little bit of a water carry to start off your drive here. You just want to end up somewhere in the middle here. You want to get as much distance as you can, so these guys will be ripping. More than likely, distance drivers try to punch as far up as they can, shortening their secondary shot here into this relatively flat green from what we've seen. A little bit of roll-away potential on the left-hand side as well as the back, but not nearly as dangerous as some of the other holes that we've seen. This is carved up the middle of the fairway.
Yep, and that is where you want to be. The only place not to be is either wet or too far to the left where you have the pine straw and the trees obstructing your second shot. I think everyone else is just going to be right in the middle anywhere, and it's great. That right there is a long drive.
That scared me out of his hand. I thought it was that Charger and he turned it over too much, but that was a stable disc, whatever it was.
I think he has 2 Chargers. One of them is more stable than the other.
Okay. We've seen Benjamin throwing this one quite a bit today, and it's not going to get him in trouble here as he just puts it a little bit left of center.
And Pierce with another nice, safe, well-positioned shot.
Yep, all 4 guys doing what they need to do off the tee here.
Yeah, Jordan let me throw his Chargers after the distance competition, and they don't do the same thing for me.
See some of the silos there in the background. Really picturesque park. You've got boat docks behind here. Some cool silos. A nice elevated bridge. It's a really beautiful area here. If you haven't been down here to the Shoals in Florence, Alabama, lots to do. Lots of great food for sure. Definitely a fun time out here.
So are you saying visit the Shoals?
I would say visit the Shoals. Okay. Absolutely. Little forehand Annie. It's going to curl up nicely. And as he's done all round, he's just making these upshots look very simple and taking a lot of stress off of his putts.
And that's probably the meatiest putt that we have right there, and it's well inside the circle as well. So this guy's looking just to clean up a bunch of birds here on the last hole.
Yeah, looking to get a closeout star frame here for the guys. That one had some pace.
Yeah, scared me a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. Finishing 9 down overall for Lucas. Just the one blemish on the back 9.
I wonder if Logan is going to... Yeah, he did. He did.
Birdies all around to close it out. Let's take a look at this final round 1 scoreboard here. Dylan Wooten and Calvin Pettigrew, Aiden Scott, the name that we've seen not only on the Pro Tour but on our coverage as well before. He'll be making an appearance for round 2 as we shift venues. Definitely going to want to check out the courses we've got, or the course we've got coming your way for rounds 2 and 3. Again, check us out on all of our socials at Ace Run Pro across Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and on Threads. We're out there doing all kinds of stuff. Big shout out to our
Threads?
Ace Runners. Yeah, we're on Threads, baby. we're expanding. Thank you to our Ace Runners for helping to make coverage like this possible. Of course, thank you to all the crew bringing us out here and the incredible work that was done to get these courses ready. We'll see you right back here for round 2.